Welcome back. Talkative Sports Podcast. Me, your host Shags. And I'm here once again with my co-host Kaz. Whew.
Hello. Welcome back.
It's been it was actually a pretty good international break. Um the friendlies weren't as useless this time around because there was some actual competition and the teams that played each other went hard. Um I did not watch a single game. I just followed them because, it's kind of a break from football.
I did watch one game.
Which one?
Portugal versus Denmark.
Did they call up CR7 for that?
Yes, they did. And he scored
Oh,
after he missed a penalty.
oh. Well, we won't talk too much international football today.
No, we don't need to.
We're gonna try to focus on club football.
Yeah.
And before we get started, drop a like, subscribe, drop a comment, hop on our live. We want to see your faces. We want to see your comments. And yeah,
Yes, please. Like, subscribe, comment. Yes, because we are nothing without you. So, yeah.
let's get it. Um, First on the menu, Arsenal 1-2-1 today. Um, a certain Bukayo Saka came back from injury and scored. But as is the story with Arsenal, they took a step forward and two steps backwards because now Gabriel has his own hamstring injury, which means he will be missing the first and second leg, probably, of their matchup against Madrid in the Champions League. Ugh. The prompt for this segment is their season over? Are they more or less cooked? Me personally, I have a take, but I'll let you go first.
I need to clear you. I need you to clarify your prompt. So their season, like, what do you mean by over? Like, as in trophy winning season over? Like, no chance of winning a trophy, or like, is it over? Or obviously, you don't mean it's over. So I just want you to make sure that you mean like trophy winning season. Is your trophy winning season over?
Look, man, I didn't make the topics. I just read them out and ask you. So
Okay,
whatever
I'm gonna
definition of
assume.
over you want
I'm
to
gonna
use,
assume.
go for
Right. I'm gonna assume you mean is the trophy winning season over? It's been over. I don't like. Is this the first week that we're just like, oh, is your season over? No, it's been over.
Well, from
They're
my point of
not gonna win the Champions League unless Mbappe, Rodrigo, Jude get injured. They're not gonna win the Premier League unless Salah, Virgil, Allison, Luis Diaz, and two out of three of the midfielders get injured. So FA Cup, no, they're knocked out of the FA Cup. Carabao Cup, no, they're out of the Carabao Cup. So I don't see where they win. I don't know if you see where they win.
well, for
Please
me
enlighten me.
personally, the season's been over before it started.
Mm.
Their season was over in pre-season. Once the transfer window closed and they didn't sign a striker, that's when their season ended. Even January, they had a chance to salvage the season. They still didn't salvage it.
You think they should have gotten Aussie man?
They should have gotten whatever striker can score goals for them.
What do you mean? Whoa. What do you mean? What? So what
Each
strikers
striker.
could score goals for them? Please.
Well, we've done this before. Bid for
Wait, but I
Osimhen.
just said
Of
Osimhen
course.
and you.
Oh well, yeah, I mean, yes, Osimhen is one of the names.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay, all
Osimhen
right.
could do a job for them. He could
Because I
score.
was like, whoa, is that shots at Osimhen or what is
Oh
that?
no,
Like,
no, it's not
Osimhen
just at
can't score
Osimhen.
goals for them? Like, whoa, okay. So
No,
you are
it's not
saying
shots at
Osimhen.
Osimhen. It's shots at
Okay,
Arsenal because it's
okay,
like it literally doesn't matter who you sign. Just sign somebody that can score goals.
okay.
So
Let me ask you, what if they signed, hmm, what if they signed Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang?
no, they might as well sign
He
Armando
scored
Broja.
goals last year. He was
They might
scoring
as
goals.
well. They might as well resign Lacazette. Come on, bro. You know what I mean. Sign a striker that will score goals for them for the next 5 years. That's what they need. A goal scorer. 20 goals a season, guaranteed.
Okay.
That's what they need.
What if they signed Lukaku?
Oh my God. Now,
26
Lukaku,
goals, 20 goals at Everton. I mean,
well, Lukaku doesn't really fit into their style of play, so no. But I will put respect on Lukaku's name because as much as I love to hate on Lukaku, there's not a lot of scorers that goal scorers that score, or even players that score 400 goals in their career. And he just hit 400 this past weekend with Napoli. So I
Antonio
mean, I put some
Conte.
respect on Lukaku, but Lukaku is a
Antonio
different type of
Conte. Respect.
player there in the league. But let's stick to Arsenal.
They're
But yeah,
second. I think they're
Arsenal,
second. Yeah.
they need a striker. Look, even if Lukaku would have done a job for them, they would have to switch up their. Especially, actually, I said that it didn't fit into their play style, but based on their play style this season, he would have actually done really well for them.
Both teams are second. Napoli and Arsenal.
They would have definitely picked up a couple more points if they had Lukaku in the team. So it's like, just get somebody that can score goals.
Hey,
All
Marino.
they had to do.
Mikel Marino.
Ah,
Scored
Mikel
again.
Marino.
He
But
scored again today. Hey, he scored again today.
yeah, but they were also singing Nami Nami Na
Hey,
Kai
waka
Havertz
waka,
scores
hey.
again. No, they still need a striker. Mikel Marino is not a striker. He will score goals. Like, come on, man. Raheem Sterling, didn't he score the other? Like, come on.
He looked special.
Like, no, they need that guy. And there's gonna be options. Let's see if they throw away next season when the transfer window opens again. Because their season's been over. We already knew this. Same old story. They get some injuries. They don't have squad depth. They have no one to play striker. They're playing a midfielder at striker, and he's scoring goals and he's keeping them happy. But at the end of the day, unless you want to repeat again, you want to be a four-peat best loser.
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen to me. You don't need a striker. Kai Havertz will be back. Gabriel Jesus will find some form. Saka will not go down injured. Gabriel won't go down injured. The referees won't give BS penalties, and then you use that as your excuse. But man, I don't even want to talk about Arsenal no more, man. Useless club. And in fact, I have more shots to throw at Arsenal. Manny, where you at? You're supposed to be here defending your team. I was ready for this. I had an entire script. I was mentally preparing myself for you to show up, and now you just ghost.
Unfortunately, we could not have the debate between Manny, the promoter, and Shegs because unforeseen reasons behind the scenes. But
It's a damn
sorry,
shame. Damn shame.
couldn't have the Arsenal supporter here. Unfortunately, it's very
Um.
unfortunate.
So unfortunate. But
We're so sorry, fans. We will not let this happen again.
we tried to put on a show for you guys. It would have been cinema, but it's okay. It's all right. Next
Can move
club,
on to the next. Yeah.
I tell you, Elanga. Berries, Manu. Oh, the question for this section is: can it get any worse for Manu?
No. How?
Oh, it can. It can. It can get worse.
How?
They get knocked out of the Europa League.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah,
what?
they might not be in Europe at all next season, which I think would actually be good for them.
They won't be. You think they're winning the Europa League?
Oh, they would
Please.
have to. That's the thing. They would have to
Okay, do
because if
you
they're not,
think
because that's their only route. As a club, they want
is
to
that
be
their expectation?
to win Europa League.
Yes.
Probably, yeah. I'd say it
Really?
is. I
Right
mean,
now.
yeah, they have to.
Is
Like,
that their expectation?
I couldn't. I'm not a Man U fan. I couldn't tell you what their
Put yourself in
expectations
their
are.
boots.
If I
Is
was
that
in the boots,
their do you expect or do you
it's
wish?
not an expectation,
Thank
but it's
you. That's what
what's
I'm saying.
needed for them.
Of course, it's what's needed. But I said, is it an expectation? And you
I,
said no.
I mean, let's look at the Europa League then. Like,
Okay,
let's see
please,
what team is better than them in there.
please.
Because I know they need to win the Europa League
But it's an
so they
expectation.
qualify for Europe for
That's
the
all I'm saying.
finances to save their season.
Is it an expectation? Are they
Looking at
favored?
the clubs left in the Europa
Is
League,
it a
Athletic
walkover?
Bilbao is gonna cook them. Oh my god!
Yeah, like there's no expectation
No,
for
that's
them
the
to
thing.
do anything.
From
Anything.
you, maybe, but
They
I
can't,
swear to
because
God,
what I'm
they
saying
have
is,
deluded themselves into thinking they can win. I'm not saying they
of course,
can't.
of course,
They
but
there's many fans that expected them to beat Nottingham Forest 3-1 today.
I'm not talking about expectation from Man U fans. I'm talking about expectation from fans in general. Football.
Nobody believes in them.
Exactly. Because
Nobody.
more people believe in Chelsea winning the Conference League than they believe in Man U winning another Europa League game.
Another they're unbeaten though. They're still
Doesn't matter.
unbeaten. No, it doesn't really. But so yeah,
There's
but
no
like the question is
expectations.
the
Because if I was gonna say there's any expectations on them, it's to not get relegated, and that's impossible. That's like they could lose every game and not get relegated.
man, you
There's
set the bar real.
no expectations. Zero.
That's a really low bar then. But it can get worse for them if they don't. If they're not in Europe next year, it's just gonna
How
get
is
worse
that worse?
finance wise. Less money to rebuild the team.
They don't care. They'll finagle their way. They'll sell their company to a parent company, to a sister company, to a brother, to an uncle company, and recoup their money.
And then the EPL and financial fair play and ESR,
They
they'll
can't
be
come after them because they figured out the blueprint. Man City did it. Chelsea just did it.
hey
They
man.
figured out the blueprint.
At the end of the day, the club is a business.
Exactly.
They
You
need to
just said it.
figure. They
So
need. They need to
if you're gonna
qualify
say
for
the
Europe.
issue will be money, that is not an issue, sir. That does not affect you winning. I've seen poor clubs win. I've seen rich clubs lose.
So you think Man U is gonna be able to win with their current setup and academy players if they can't sign anybody?
I think any team could win
Because like
the
if they
current
don't
setup.
make money, they won't be allowed to sign players. Like literally won't. Even if they do finagle their way,
They don't have to
or,
sign
or
players.
they won't be able to sign anybody.
They don't have to sign anyone. They already let some good players go. So am I gonna be like, oh my god, you have to sign players? You let good players go. So figure it out. You said we can win without you, right?
They never
You
said
let
that.
good players go.
They didn't let them
Super
go. There's one.
Anthony,
The
Marcus
players.
Rashford,
Yeah.
looking good. Jadon Sancho fell off recently, but because of the coach, I would say. So you don't need those guys, right?
They never said they didn't need those guys. Those guys just wanted to leave. And still, it's like
But
in the long term, they
but
need
you
to
letting them
lose
go
money
shows
again.
how much you care because Garnacho wanted to leave. You didn't let him go.
Garnacho didn't want to leave.
Yeah, he did. His agent posted, literally posted on his story, him at Stamford Bridge watching the game. Why are you posting you're at Stamford Bridge watching the game? Of a random Chelsea game. He wanted to leave.
Uh, well, thankfully, we dodged that bullet.
Kobe Mainu rejected their contract.
It's easy to want to leave when nobody wants you.
No, but Kobe Mainu rejected their contract, their new contract with no negotiations. So
Yeah, that's a smart kid.
players want to leave that club.
Yeah,
So
players want. Yeah, that's the thing.
so
It's like
if you let them go, whose fault is that, Shags? Is it the players or your fault? I don't care if they want to leave because we've seen players say, "I want to go to Arsenal." I have been a Chelsea fan since I was in my mom's womb. Actually, I was born with a Chelsea flag on my hand. And these are players that have come out and said, I want to be in Arsenal. And then as soon as Chelsea signs them, what does Caicedo say? I told my mom I would be at Chelsea. I knew this day would come. I knew I would be a Chelsea player. So, like I said, they can want to leave all they want. But if they sign for another club, whose fault is that? Shags.
and there's too many people that blame. Like it doesn't really matter whose fault it is.
Okay,
The,
okay.
the truth
I'll let you off the hook. All right.
is just they're cooked, and it will get worse for them. Me personally, I think not qualifying for Europe at all will give them a chance to like kind of focus, but like financially wise, it's gonna be a disaster. They need to generate money in order to keep operating the way they are. They need to keep playing the players. They
Do
need
you
more
do
talent.
you even understand how they generate money regardless of their players? Their players have been playing badly for seasons, and they haven't won that much since Eric Ten Hag. And somehow they still keep generating money. Why are you worried about their money, man? Why are you worried about another man's pocket, bro?
Because this is a football podcast, and this is what we discussed on the podcast. The
Another man's pocket?
ramifications. We dis-
They're gonna have players on the pitch playing. I
we're
don't care
discussing the
how much those players
ramifications
cost.
of their
First of
long
all,
term.
you chose to let your good players go. You chose to hire the coach you did. I don't care what those players cost.
All right. So, what is your solution then?
The solution is the Glazers need to figure out what they really want because they're not doing either. Do you want to make money or do you want to win? They're failing at both horribly. So, my solution is Glazers, what do you want? Or if they don't call them the Glazers, what are they?
Ineos.
Ineos! I prefer that name. Ineos! Do you want to make money or do you want to win? Or, yeah, because you're not doing either. Shegs just said, if you try to buy players, you'll lose money. So that's a dead end. So are you going to try to win? Is that why you brought in Ruben Amorim
That was
from?
terrible.
Sorry,
That was bad. uh,
Portuguese titles. Yeah. So And they're terrible at neither.
Oh man.
It, it doesn't take a genius to see that they're bad owners. You know,
Yeah. Did
if you can't decide on what you want, at least I respect Arsenal owners. They want to win, but they want to make money more than they want to win, and they take strides to do both. I can respect that. Man, you has no idea what they want. One year they want to make money. One year they want to make money and win. The other year they want to win, but the players that got them only makes them money.
the problem is they're deluded into thinking they can have it all, and then they end up with nothing. Or a couple cups to like show for it. Sad. But yeah, man, I wish y'all the best of luck. It will get worse for y'all when y'all crash out. Like, there's already been Ruben Amorim out chants and shouts. Blazers out protests have been. They've already had like two this year. Pretty soon there'll be Ineos out protests.
Hey, to vindicate myself, I've never said Ruben Amorim out. All right, I like him. He's a good coach at Celtic, or no, not Celtic, Sporting. Sorry, they wore green jerseys, so you know I get it confused sometimes. I'm sorry, Sporting fans. Either way, um, no, I would not have hired him at Chelsea. But hey, I have no problem with him being a Man U. Go on.
Well, looking forward to the next couple days. Um, Midweek football. We got a Merseyside derby again. We have Man City playing. We have all the mid. Well, apart from Liverpool, we got some competition for those last couple Champions League and Europe places. It's gonna be a tough running. And then in 2 days from now, we have a London derby. The Spurs are coming to the good old Chelsea FC.
Yes, sir.
Must win game for one club, pride on the line for the other, and a chance to mess up our season. Predictions?
For that game,
Yeah. Do we turn up for a London derby?
2-2.
2-2.
We turn up to tie. That's the best I can see.
Is Cole Palmer gonna be back for that?
I don't know.
Where is Jackson at? Ooh, Jackson may be available. Oh, Cole Palmer and Madueke are back in training.
Yeah. So we'll see if they're back for that game. But
You know, Spurs have been a disaster. We should beat them.
yeah, like we should have tied Arsenal.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
So
it's
we
at
should
the
beat Spurs.
we're at the point in the season where it's like we must win. But
We have been in a must win for 2 months.
and we
We
have one
have
in must
one
win.
one must win game was won against Southampton. One.
Jesus.
We're not good in must wins. We've been doing it. We've been doing must wins for how long now? We've won one must win game, and you want to tell me all of a sudden it's be different this time? Tottenham.
I mean, it is
No.
stuff.
Yeah, that's why I said tie. I didn't say win or lose. I said tie. Because, yeah, we could be 2-3-0 up. We tied 3-3.
Gee. Damn, we've been terrible. Thank God for international breaks.
And those were all must wins. All of those were must wins. And why would I have a confidence in a team that does bad in must win games? And they're in a must win game. Like this has to be a double must win, really. It's against a rival. We get to stay in top four. How many double must wins have we had that Pep Guardiola and Man City has bailed us out? I'm tired of that. They bailed us out last week. Lord, no, not last week. The last when we lost or whatever, we shit the bed. Excuse my language. Sorry. But when we did so bad, they bailed us out. So remind me, how many must wins have we won? One. Southampton, a bad team. Oh, and Leicester, a bad team.
Well, Spurs are also a bad team.
Really?
Yeah, they're terrible.
Are they worse than Leicester and?
Not worse than those two though.
Thank
Those
you.
two are the absolute worst.
And those two are not our rivals.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. As long as we don't lose, just don't lose to Spurs.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're right, Christian. I hope it's 2-1 versus Spurs, Chelsea. But I can't that 2-1, I can't say we only give up one goals to Spurs because we've been giving up goals like left and right.
Well,
So
I think it just goes down to whoever makes the least mistakes in that game.
it's gonna be tough.
uh,
It's gonna
if,
be a
Sa-
lot of mistakes.
if Sanchez can keep it together, if Maresca doesn't make mistakes, we
Both teams gonna make
it's
a lot of
definitely
mistakes.
advantage Chelsea, at least for me. Being at home
Who's
and
at home?
Chelsea, and
Still.
yeah, let's see if Maresca can pull off some needed 3 points because we need that. We need that to get into the Champions League. Um, Christian is asking if Jackson is a real striker. Answer is simply yeah. We see our dip in form has also coincided with Jackson being
Being
injured.
injured. Yeah. No, I
That's not
mean,
a
this
question.
has been settled last season. Like, yeah.
Yeah, the debate still rages on for whatever reason, but
They can
not
debate as much as they want. They
we're
can,
not
but
at
like,
least
yeah.
we're not fighting as much as we had to last year.
Okay, but don't worry. I'll save this for the Chelsea segment. I have a real gripe, but I'll save it.
There is no Chelsea. This is the Chelsea segment, so go ahead and let it out.
Okay. So I started playing FIFA 2025 yesterday. Why is Caicedo way better than Enzo on FIFA? And he's the captain on FIFA. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Why would he be the captain on FIFA? Oh, I think I know what's going on.
What's going on?
It's probably because Enzo wasn't appointed captain until after the Copa America, and you're not connected online, so it hasn't updated.
No, it did update. It downloaded the updated squads.
So
I'm connected online.
how is Enzo not captain?
He's not. And Caicedo is 85.
What is
And he's
Enzo?
captain.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would if it's up to date? Why would Caicedo be
I don't
Enzo's
know.
vice captain?
No, he's captain. And he's 85.
Reece
He's
James is the
arguably
captain.
the best player. Yeah, I know. But And Enzo is vice captain, not Caicedo.
Yeah, Enzo is vice captain, James is captain, so I don't
Yeah, but
understand.
even when Rich James is not there in the squad, Caicedo is captain, and he's our best midfielder.
What is Enzo rated in FIFA?
82.
Oof.
Caicedo
Well,
is 85.
you need to
85?
you need to
80 fucking 5.
you
Oh,
need, you
sorry.
need, you need to take your agenda up with the guys at EA Sports, man.
Sorry. I didn't mean to swear. I'm sorry.
You need to take it up with them because like Caicedo is the 85 rated player. The problem is Enzo is underrated in FIFA for whatever reason.
82,
I
bro.
might have to just go get I might have to just go get the newest FIFA just to see what was going on over there.
Yeah. Caicedo is a better player than from like what it says. Oh, he's as good as Sandro Tonali or Bruno Guimaraes.
Well, yeah, because Caicedo is good. Like I don't understand. Like is Caicedo not
He,
a good player?
he's not as good as those guys.
Oh, that's
Like
the thing.
like people don't
They
understand
don't.
that there's levels. Like I'm not saying he sucks. Does an 81, 82 player suck? No. But dude, 85, that's like you're close to a world class player.
Well, at the end of the day, these are just FIFA ratings,
I
and they're
know. I
based on
trust me.
whoever
Trust me.
the thing is. So it doesn't
Trust
really.
me. The fact that they made him captain, I know. They don't know anything. You can't make Caicedo captain with Enzo in the starting lineup. Make it does it make sense? Checks?
Doesn't really make sense.
Thank you. That's bro, that's how I already know like they don't understand. They don't really they look at stats because what would the stats say? Caicedo is the highest game tackling ball winning defender, right? That's what the
Yeah,
stats say.
yeah.
That's all they look at. That's it. That's basically what this told me. Like, oh, you look at stats. Cool, good for you, man.
Trying to see if they actually confirmed, like if there's a on the website, if there's a hierarchy of who the captains are. But
Oh, oh.
yeah,
Well, I literally just started playing yesterday, and I wanted to download the latest squads to see. Obviously, Nico Jackson was injured, and Reece James he was on he wasn't like injured like Nico Jackson, but he was like on the bench or whatever, which is cool. But why is Caicedo captain? And like all this glaze, I'm like, wait, you too, FIFA? Really?
it's not
Hmm.
crazy. It's just that good.
He's good, but he ain't 85 good. That shows how I see it.
Yeah.
He ain't 85 good. And he ain't no captain of my team. And is he really better than Enzo Fernandez? Hey, I don't know. Doesn't matter what I say at this point. But that's just one thing
I
just
think your
wanted to
FIFA might
point
just be broken, man, because it doesn't make sense for them to give them captain when he's not even like officially the vice captain.
out. I know.
Doesn't make sense. But the 85 makes sense. He is an 85 rated midfielder. He's one of the best defensive midfielders in the league. He should be rated 85. That's just yeah. Enzo should probably be rated higher, but it is what it is. What do we got next? But yeah, I was gonna talk about Nicholas Jackson and him being missing. Him coming back is good for us. Palmer coming back is good. Marissa coming back is I said Marissa. Madueke coming back is good for us. And I specifically want to highlight Jackson because despite how good he is, we all know that we still need another striker to lead the line. Now, for me, my choice is the number one unrealistic choice The one that's not going to happen just because I want it to happen. It's not going to happen, and that's Isak.
Isak. Yeah, that's not happening, bro.
And it's looking increasingly likely like he is going to leave Newcastle in the summer.
Liverpool.
Liverpool has been like apparently his preference is Arsenal.
Arsenal got the funds though.
So the question is, who needs him the most, and where is
Liverpool.
he more likely to end up?
Liverpool. Trust me. He fits way more into how Liverpool plays than Arsenal, to be honest. So, yeah,
Oh,
Liverpool.
so yeah, Liverpool getting Isak. That's scary. I don't want
Not
that.
really. Not to me, anyways.
I would not like. I would not like to see Isak on.
Nah, I ain't scared. To be honest, I'm not scared of Isak, man. Our team is just not very good. Like
It's not that I'm scared.
Newcastle ain't that good. They ain't. They caught Man City on a bad year. They got Liverpool on their Ramadan Salah. I ain't scared of Newcastle.
It's not that niggas is
Anyhow,
scared.
I ain't scared of you. If I had a better coach, we'll be fine. We would have been where you are. So I give you your props, Eddie,
It's not.
Edward.
It's not that niggas
Okay.
is scared of like Isak. It's just it's unfortunate that he's going to Liverpool instead of my club because he would have been a perfect signing for us.
I don't. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters, honestly. It's like it's from the same country as what's the other striker that's a legendary striker in history? Oh, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Did it matter that Zlatan Ibrahimovic never signed for Chelsea? No. So why would I care about Isak?
What does that have to do with one another? We need a striker. That's all.
We've always needed strikers, and we figured it out without a single striker from Sweden. So why should I want this Swedish striker so bad when there's other strikers out there? You see what I'm saying? There's been another Swedish striker that's been basically one of the best in the league or in the world. But guess what? We didn't buy him, and we were just fine. So why would I simp for this new Swedish striker? Make it make sense, Shags. We don't
But
need
that's not
him.
the point though. The point is like we need a striker. So who would you sign?
Oh, this I would sign Openda over him in a heartbeat.
Who?
Openda from Leipzig.
Another young, rough player that's not gonna do anything when they arrive.
And you think
Yeah.
Isak is gonna do what under this coach?
Well, it's definitely gonna
Like,
do more than Openda.
okay, sign him. If you can afford him.
So we could definitely afford Isak. If Liverpool can afford Isak, we can afford Isak.
But we're not signing Isak.
Yeah.
There's like no chance we're signing him. We're interested in 18-year-olds and young players. And I'm giving our board the best young striker to sign, in my opinion. Right? A player that they would actually go after who's young and is very good. Because they're not going after Isak.
Tired of these young signings, man. We need to sign people that are ready to go now.
That's not happening. If it was in the days of Roman Abramovich, maybe. But this is the new world order,
Well,
right? The new world Chelsea order. And players like Isak. Wait, Shex. Whoa. How long have I been calling for us to sign, I don't know, Lautaro Martinez, Rafael Leao? So we're not going to turn around and sign Alexander Isak. Does that make sense? Like that's not gonna happen. That's why I said, all right, a player that possibly fits Maresca's system, but is a goal scorer, Luis Openda. But no. He's young, unproven. So we go and sign 18-year-olds from Brazil. When we have a Belgian player, good striker, plays in a European team, Leipzig, a starter. But no, we're not even looking at him until 3 years later, after he's like scored 40 goals in the league. Oh wait, oh, it's like this. It's insanity. Doing the same thing over, it's just insanity. And I'll take it. Nobody could have seen Cole Palmer. Of course not. But Cole Palmer has lost all confidence this season. Why? Because his coach.
Yeah, it would be insanity to keep signing these young players. So let's just sign Isak and call it a day, bro. Don't let him go to Liverpool. And I know that's not gonna happen, but at the same time, I'm not gonna give them options that they won't even sign anyways, just because it falls under their policy. Just sign Isak and call it a day. Pay the money. We'll be good striker wise for the next 5 years. I don't know how to get to the ownership. They don't listen. Because even if they say, okay, yeah, no, he's too expensive, we don't want him, doesn't fit. Actually, Isak is 25. He's the same age as Openda. All right. Well, another game happened today. Real Madrid in their juju. They weren't on their way out. I think yeah, they went down 3-1 at some point in the game. I think at that point it was 3-2 on aggregate. And of course, they scored to make it 3-2, goes to extra time. Oh wait, did they score after extra time? But anyways, ended up 4-3. And they move on to the next round. I think they're in the final, and I think it's Barcelona they play next. Let me see. Copa del Rey. Was it the Copa del Rey? Was it the Copa del Rey? Yeah. And they're waiting in the final for the winner of Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Before we get into Real Madrid, I just want to do a little side quest. If Atletico Madrid win, you know what? It sounds stupid coming out of my mouth now. But the question is, if Atletico Madrid can beat Barcelona and then beat Real Madrid, are we still getting their jerseys? Because I know we said if they beat Real Madrid in the Champions,
No, I mean this is different. No,
and then
that's
we said La
Copa
Liga
del
if they win
Rey.
La Liga. But if they win Copa del Rey, do we add that to it?
No, man. No,
No,
no, I,
no.
no. I man. Listen, man, they should have beaten Real Madrid in the Champions League, bro. I don't, man. I don't give people passes. They should have beaten Real Madrid. So no, in the La Liga,
What do you mean
no,
they
man.
should have?
No. I don't give teams like Atletico Madrid passes, bro. They've done this, been here, they've done this before. No. Beat Madrid or lose. Beat Barcelona or lose. You want to beat Atletico Madrid? I'm not giving you guys a pass. I'm not giving Real Madrid a pass. I'm not giving Barcelona a pass. Why should I give y'all a pass?
Wait, pass for what?
No, you because you said should we still get the jersey? I'm like, it was contingent on them winning. So why would I get their jersey if they lose?
No, no,
No,
no. I
I'm
was
giving you
saying
a
like
pass.
if they win the Copa del Rey, should we add it as
No,
one of the?
no, no. La Liga, yes.
All right,
Copa
that's
del
true.
Rey, man.
That's
Come
fair.
on, man.
I mean, they have
You,
the toughest route.
you saw how Real Madrid were playing against the Real Sociedad. They were like, let's go extra time. No. Come on, man. Are you
Uh,
kidding right now?
Atletico Madrid, nobody believes in you anymore, man.
I
No.
believed in them for Champions League and they lost. I believe in them for La Liga and they're third. Uh, What do we say? If they beat Barcelona, you know what I will do? I might get a scarf. How about that? If you beat
Scarf.
Barcelona in Copa del Rey, I'll get an Atletico Madrid scarf. There you go.
Yeah,
How about you?
those official scarves aren't cheap. If
No,
they
they're
beat
not. No,
if
they're not.
if they beat
Yeah.
Barcelona, I'm gonna call Eto and I'm just gonna send him the highlights. I'm not buying anything. There would
Atletico Madrid fans, at the end of the day, I'm more supportive because I was willing to get a scarf for you,
they would
but
need to no, they would need to win the whole
he's not
thing.
even willing to get a scarf for you. So it's
Nah.
okay. It's okay. See?
No, because no, the
It's
whole
okay.
thing was about them winning the whole thing, beating
Yeah.
Barcelona.
To
So
get a
okay,
jersey, like, yo, a jersey, you have
to
to
win.
prove to me something. The only jersey I have of any team is a team that won the Champions League final. So,
I think you'd be doing too much for a scarf. Like all they did was beat Barcelona. It's not like they won anything.
wait, what do you mean?
By getting a scarf because they beat Barcelona.
No, if they won the Copa del Rey.
Oh, if they win, okay, okay, yeah, okay. If they
Yeah, I'll
win,
get a scarf for them. They
that
win
yeah, that's
Copa
what I
del
was
Rey.
saying. Like,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, if
I,
they
I'll,
win Copa del
I'll
Rey.
get a scarf.
Yeah. I don't really care about Copa del Rey anyways.
Nobody does. Like, why you? Nobody does. Even Christian said Copa del Rey don't mean SHIT. Oh, yeah, duh.
Well, moving back to Real Madrid, the streets want to know if this is how they're going to carry on into the Champions League against Arsenal next week. So we kind of come full circle with our first topic, which was Arsenal, and we're ending with Real Madrid and Arsenal.
The fish want to know what?
If they're going to carry this form they're in into the Champions League next week, how
Yeah.
do or Arsenal? Because I've seen Mbappe and Fries heating up, sizzling in that oil.
Wait, so you said that they're gonna like?
So I know you said you wanted a close game to break Arsenal hearts. I'm
Yeah, I think
thinking,
it's gonna be a close game
yeah,
in both legs because you know Arsenal have a very good defense, and Real Madrid has a very potent offense, and it's not like Arsenal could just break out the guns. They have no guns. They have one rifle and like two pistols, so they have to utilize them. You know, so it's gonna be a much more tactical game for Arteta. So he's gonna try to classically outlast the other team. 3-2 Real Madrid. Honestly, I don't see it being a high scoring game. It's gonna be boring, low possession. You know, yeah, 3-2 Real Madrid. Arteta.
man, I think you give them 3-2 on aggregate.
Yeah,
I think you're giving Teta a lot of credit there.
I am.
Yeah, I think more like 3-1,
Damn.
which is even that much difference. But literally
One
one
goal.
goal. Yeah, I don't give them more than one goal. Like it's gonna be off a corner. Saka is
Uh,
gonna be marked out the game. Saka might get re-injured once Rudiger kicks him one time. Like they don't have a
hey
chance.
man.
I don't think it's gonna be a beat down, embarrassing L for Arsenal.
Hey, at
Like,
least
it'll probably be closer
at
to it'll
least
be
I'm
hard.
giving them a good chance. By one goal, like, hey man, you say what you will about me, but I'm giving you Arsenal guys a good chance. So
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
see them just getting outclassed. Not getting destroyed, but definitely outclassed.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I see that too, but it's not gonna it's gonna look worse than it looks on the scoreboard. Like they will be outclassed on the pitch, but on the scoreboard it's gonna look close. It's just gonna be one of those ties.
Look, if it's still like in going into the second leg and like there's like a 2 goal advantage like late into the second leg, at least they might double that advantage by the end of the game. Because you know how once Arsenal heads drop, and you know how Real Madrid like to pile on the pain late in games. It might be a tough, heartbreaking end to the season for Arsenal. Maybe that will get them to sign a striker. Because if Mikel Marino scores, they'll be like, oh, we've got big Mikel Marino up front.
Really?
But if
You
they
think
only
so?
score 1 goal, they're like,
You really think if Mikel Marino scores against Real Madrid, they're figuring it out? They're good. Like really? No, no.
no,
I'm
that's how
asking this
they think,
question with
though.
real honesty.
No, that's how they
You
think, though. They wouldn't have figured it out, but they'll delude themselves into thinking, oh, we figured it out.
Fair enough. I rest my case. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. And with that, we've reached the end of yet another podcast.
Another one.
Season 3, episode 29. That's 29 this year. I think we did like 40 the first season and like another 40. Like, I don't think we even noticed when we passed the 100th episode count. We weren't counting. But I think we're well over that at this point. I have to go back and check.
Absolutely.
But
We've been past. We only counted our subscribers. We didn't even care about how many episodes we were doing.
yeah, but we've
So
done this like almost at least 100 times.
that's what we
I'd like to
do.
thank y'all for showing up for this. Drop a like, drop a comment, share with your
Subscribe,
friends.
share. Thank you so much for
Shout out
joining
to
us.
Christian too for always hopping on our lives and talking mad shit in the comments.
Of
And
course,
we will see you guys on the next episode.
next episode. Peace.